Spirit warriors, have you ever wondered what secrets your birthday holds, beyond the candles and cake? What if I told you that the number you were born on isn't random, but a direct code from the universe, revealing your spiritual archetype? A few years ago, a woman named Amara came to a spiritual retreat I attended. She'd always felt like she was walking a path no one else could see. Isolated, sensitive, unexplainably drawn to spiritual work even as a child. Her birthday? The 7th. When the spiritual coach began breaking down what each birth number symbolized, everything clicked. 7, the seeker of truth, the mystic, the lone wolf guided by divine intuition. Amara wept, not because she was sad, but because for the first time in her life, she felt seen. That day, her spiritual journey didn't just continue, it awakened. Chosen ones, your birthday is not just a date. It's a divine blueprint, a spiritual archetype stamped on your soul the day you entered this world. Each number from 1 to 31 carries sacred meaning, spiritual tasks, and divine energy. As Pythagoras said, numbers rule the universe. And your birth number? It's your personal spiritual compass. What does it say about you? So stay with me, spirit warriors, because in this video, we're diving deep into the 7 major spiritual archetypes revealed by your birthday. Whether you were born on the 1st or the 29th, you'll find your place in this divine map. Let's break free from labels and discover your true soul identity. Stick around till the end, because once you uncover your archetype, your spiritual journey will never be the same again. Let's go. Spiritual Archetype 1, the Initiator, born on the 1st, 10th, 19th, or 28th. Chosen ones, born to blaze the trail, the sacred role of the Initiator, Earth Angel. If your birthday falls on the 1st, 10th, 19th, or 28th of any month, congratulations. You are what the spiritual realm calls the Initiator. You're not here to walk a trail already paved. You're here to carve one through the wilderness with your bare soul. In numerology, these birth dates carry the vibration of the number 1, the number of independence, creation, and divine leadership. This number doesn't wait to be led. It leads, and not quietly. It's the original flame that sets the rest of the fire ablaze. Spiritually speaking, the Initiator is a pioneer soul sent to Earth with a God-assigned mission to innovate, inspire, and ignite. You may not always feel understood. Initiators rarely are. After all, it's hard to explain what's never been done before. But your originality is not a flaw. It's your fingerprint from the divine. You're a light bearer, someone trusted by God to bring new visions into reality, often without a map. Think of people like Martin Luther King Jr. or Maya Angelou, initiators who took the raw material of pain, purpose, and power and shaped it into movements. But there's a hidden trial in your calling: loneliness. The path of the Initiator can be isolating. You're often the first to speak up, the only one with the idea, or the last one left standing when the crowd scatters. Many initiators retreat, believing no one will understand them. But here's the truth. Your light was never meant to shine in a vacuum. You were born to lead, not hide. Even the brightest flame flickers without air. Don't burn out alone. So how do you stay grounded? Humor. Yes, even spiritual warriors need to laugh. Remember, Moses may have parted the Red Sea, but he probably joked about sand in his sandals. Laughter keeps your heart open and your pride in check. Speaking of pride, don't let it blind you. The Initiator's shadow side is thinking they must do everything alone. But your inner child, the pure, unfiltered version of you, knows better. Let that innocence guide you. Here's the key takeaway, angels. You are the spark, the fire starter, the original. But even fire needs oxygen. Let others witness your flame. Lead, inspire, but don't isolate. You're not just here to blaze the path. You're here to invite others into the light. Spiritual Archetype 2, the Peacemaker, born on the 2nd, 11th, 20th, or 29th. Ah, sweet souls of harmony. Spirit warriors born under the sacred energy of balance, unity, and intuition. This one's for you. You are the peacemakers, the spiritual diplomats of the cosmos. Born on dates aligned with numerology numbers like 2, 6, or master number 11, you carry a divine frequency that radiates calm in the middle of chaos. Your presence alone shifts atmospheres. You're the ones who sense the tension before anyone speaks, who notice the subtle vibrations in a room, who step into family feuds and somehow hold the center while everything threatens to unravel. You are spiritually hardwired to unify, to reconcile, to soothe, and that's not a weakness. That's spiritual architecture at its finest. You, dear Earth Angel, have a supernatural intuition that borders on prophetic. You can feel when someone's hiding something, sense when a heart is hurting, and often carry burdens you never speak about just to keep the peace. That's your sacred power, your divine assignment, to maintain the invisible thread of harmony in a disharmonious world. You're like emotional first responders, running toward the inner fires of others, often extinguishing flames without being asked. But here's the test of your calling. Don't become a spiritual doormat. Don't shrink your voice to avoid conflict. Don't overextend yourself just to keep everyone else comfortable. Your energy is a gift, not a sacrifice. Too often, peacemakers confuse love with self-erasure, but true harmony includes your voice, your needs, your truth. Your calm isn't passivity, it's power. Your quiet isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Psychologists have found that those who exude calm in high-stress situations often influence others more than the loudest in the room. That's you, the soft stabilizer, the grounded empath. But remember, even the most radiant light needs boundaries. You were not sent here to break yourself trying to mend others. So, walk boldly, peacemaker. The world may never know how many storms you've calmed simply by standing in the room. But heaven knows. And as it's written, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God." Your calm is divine equilibrium. Stand firm in love. Speak your truth with grace and let the world rise to your frequency. Spiritual Archetype 3. The Creator, born on the 3rd, 12th, 21st, or 30th. O angels of expression, gather close, because if you were born with numbers like 3, 12, 21, or 30 in your birth date, you are among the sacred circle of creators. Your soul doesn't just exist, it sings in radiant color, in rhythm, in words, in movement. You are the brushstroke on the universe's canvas, the melody that turns silence into symphony. You see the world differently, vividly. Where others see routine, you see poetry. Where others see chaos, you see choreography. Just like King David danced with wild abandon before the Lord, unashamed and full of divine joy, that is your energy. Your purpose is to stir souls awake. Art, music, laughter, storytelling, these aren't hobbies for you, they are spiritual tools. Science backs this up. Studies have shown that creative expression activates the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine and lifting mood. Not just for you, but for those who witness your gifts. You're wired to bring joy, to elevate energy, to paint life in color where it's gone gray. And your humor? It's not just wit, it's medicine. Laughter, according to health researchers, can reduce cortisol levels, ease pain, and even heal emotional wounds. When you make someone laugh until their trauma starts to cry, you're not joking, you're ministering. But here's the caution, dear creators. Your gift is sacred. But if you start performing for the world's applause, it can become your prison. Many artists fall into the trap of validation addiction, living for likes, claps, followers. When your expression begins to chase external approval, you lose the divine channel and start echoing the crowd instead of echoing heaven. Don't do it. Channel your brilliance as a sacred offering, not a talent show. Let the applause come if it does, but don't need it. Don't handcuff your gift to human approval. Your creativity was never meant to just entertain, it was meant to transform, to make hearts bloom again, to make truth palatable, to make hope visible. So dance like David, speak like fire, paint with prophecy, laugh like thunder, and above all create like heaven is watching, because it is. Let your gift remain pure, because when you create from the soul without needing to be seen, you will be seen by the only eyes that matter. Spiritual Archetype 4. The Builder, born on the 4th, 13th, 22nd, or 31st. Spirit Warriors, born on these solid numbers. You are the builders of divine destiny. Spirit Warriors, if you were born on grounded numbers like 4, 8, 13, 22, or 31, listen closely. You are the builders, the spiritual architects of destiny. While others may float in the clouds of dreams and ideals, you have the rare power to bring heaven's visions down to earth. You are the ones who don't just dream, you design. You don't just talk about change, you build it quietly, faithfully, brick by spiritual brick. Builders, your soul carries the vibration of order, logic, and structure. You are deeply aligned with the energies of earth and time. In numerology, the number 4, for instance, symbolizes stability, discipline, and the sacred geometry of form. The number 8 echoes power, success, and karmic law. And 22? That's the master builder, the one who takes the divine and makes it practical. That's you. But here's what sets you apart. You don't crave the spotlight. You're not here for fame or fanfare. You're here to create what lasts, to build foundations others will stand on. You often work behind the scenes, laying down spiritual infrastructure like an unseen yet mighty force. Think of Moses building the tabernacle, or Noah constructing the ark. Quiet faith in motion. You carry that same anointing. However, and this is important, don't get so caught up in the structure that you forget the spirit. Yes, you have blueprints. Yes, you have timelines. But sometimes the divine throws in a holy curveball. God's greatest works often come with surprise renovations. When your plans fall apart, it doesn't mean you've failed. It means He's editing the design. So laugh when things shift. Stay humble when the floor plan changes. Flexibility is not weakness. It's spiritual maturity. A wise builder knows the foundation is strong, but the architect is still God. Remember this. Your value isn't in being flashy. Your value is in your faithfulness. While others are chasing trends, you're creating temples. While they're chasing validation, you're building vision. So keep building, but build with heaven's insight. Because when Spirit leads and you lay the stones, you're not just constructing things, you're establishing legacies. Your hands may be on the blueprint, but your soul knows the divine design. Spiritual Archetype 5, the Freedom Seeker. Born on the 5th, 14th, or 23rd. Born on these dates? Then, my wild angels, you are the freedom seekers. The cosmic code etched into your birth isn't random. It's a divine signature of your sacred mission. You are the ones who crave the open skies, the unpaved paths, and the thoughts no one dares to think. You were never meant to be tamed. You're here to stir the spiritual pot, shake up stagnation, and pull souls out of the rut of routine. Your energy is electric, unpredictable, and uncontainable, and that's exactly how the divine designed you. But listen closely, wild one. God didn't give you wings so you could just float away from your problems. No, He gave you wings to soar through storms, to rise higher, not by avoiding discomfort, but by learning how to transform it. Escapism is your shadow. It whispers lies like, "It's too hard," or "It's not your problem," hoping you'll dodge the very pain that's meant to purify you. But your power doesn't lie in flight, it lies in flight with focus. You're not just here to chase sunsets and foreign lands. You're here to awaken, to rip open sleepy hearts and remind people of their soul's original freedom. Your restlessness is holy when it's aligned with purpose. And your wit? Oh, that's your hidden weapon. Sharp, clever, and disarming, it slices through illusion like a blade of light. Use it wisely. Make people laugh, yes, but also make them think. Because truth, when wrapped in humor, becomes irresistible. History is full of spiritual rebels, Martin Luther King Jr., Rumi, Harriet Tubman, souls who couldn't sit still in the face of injustice or complacency. You walk in that lineage, but let spirit be your compass. Let curiosity be your servant, not your master. Because freedom without direction becomes chaos, and chaos without soul becomes suffering. The universe didn't place you here to escape, it placed you here to liberate yourself and others. So don't just fly, angel, fly with purpose, because true freedom is not the absence of boundaries, it's the presence of divine alignment. And when you rise with intention, even the sky won't be your limit. Spiritual Archetype 6, the Healer, born on the 6th, 15th, or 24th. Chosen ones, if you're born on these gentle dates, you are the healers. You, Earth Angel, who arrived quietly on the wings of compassion, were born with a divine pulse in your heart, a rhythm that beats in sync with the pain, joy, and hope of others. Your birth date isn't random. It's a celestial timestamp, marking the arrival of a soul designed to mend. If you were born on spiritually sensitive days, such as the 2nd, 6th, 9th, 11th, 22nd, or even under the nurturing energy of water signs like Pisces and Cancer, your very essence is healing. You are not just empathic. You are spiritually encoded to restore balance where chaos lingers. You carry an ancient wisdom, the kind passed down not through words, but through energy. You walk into rooms and the air shifts. You speak and people soften. You touch and pain begins to dissolve. You are the givers, the lovers, the nurturers of broken spirits. Your hands know how to soothe without trying. Your presence can calm a storm. But here's the twist. Your gift, as beautiful as it is, comes with a sacred warning. Martyrdom is not your mission. Yes, you were built to carry burdens, but not all of them. You were built to hold others, but not at the cost of abandoning yourself. Even Jesus, with all his healing power, paused. He napped. He retreated to mountains to pray. He set boundaries, not out of selfishness, but because his mission demanded energy, clarity, and preservation. Yours does too. Spiritual healers often fall into the trap of overextending themselves. They give until they're empty, hoping someone will notice. But dear healer, your cup must never run dry. Your healing multiplies when it's protected. You're here to restore broken homes, shattered hearts, and lost hope. But you must first be whole to pour out. Science even echoes this truth. Psychologists call it compassion fatigue, when highly empathetic individuals begin to suffer emotionally from overcaring. And spiritually, even the most radiant light dims when not guarded. That's why boundaries aren't walls. They are sacred fences around your power source. Let them call you selfish. Let them misunderstand. Let them wonder why you pulled back. Your mission isn't to explain, it's to heal. And healing can only come from overflow, not depletion. Your love is sacred medicine. But don't pour from an empty cup. Spiritual Archetype 7, the Mystic, born on the 7th, 16th, or 25th. Spirit warriors of solitude and soul, welcome to the realm of the mystic. You walk a path few even know exists, quiet, inward, luminous. While others chase trends and noise, you're guided by something deeper, an internal compass that hums with spirit's whisper. You're not just a believer, you're a knower, a divine detective decoding symbols, synchronicities, and soul whispers. You crave depth, meaning, and connection with the unseen realms. But here's the twist. Sometimes that sacred stillness turns into a trap. Isolation, if left unchecked, becomes an illusion. You begin to think detachment equals evolution, that cutting people off is wisdom, that silence always means strength. But even the mystic needs mirroring. Overthinking can swirl into a vortex where clarity becomes confusion and insight becomes inertia. That's when you must remember, humor is your secret weapon. Yes, laugh at yourself, at the journey, at the paradoxes of being both human and divine. Spiritual awakening doesn't mean you're exiled from the world. It means you walk through it with eyes wide open. Albert Einstein once said, "The intuitive mind is a sacred gift." And you, mystic, are the keeper of that gift. Your insights, your visions, your dreams, they're not just for you, they're for the world. Don't hoard the light. Share it with those who are ready to receive, not to validate your worth, but to fulfill your calling. Your inner world is a sanctuary, yes, but even sanctuaries have doors. So come forth, not with arrogance, but with authenticity. Show up not as the one who knows it all, but as the one who listens, feels, and flows with truth. The world is hungry for the kind of wisdom only you carry. Don't vanish. Be visible. Be vital. Be the mystic who shares the sacred. Spirit warriors, your birthday is more than a day. It's a declaration. The universe stamped your soul with a number for a reason. You are not random. You are not a mistake. You are a spiritual archetype walking this earth in human skin. Whether you're the initiator, peacemaker, creator, builder, freedom seeker, healer, or mystic, your path is sacred. Chosen ones, now that you know who you are, walk boldly, stay awake, stay aligned. And remember, heaven knows your number. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment your birth number, and subscribe for more divine revelations. Until then, keep shining, spirit warriors.